quickly, and then after that you start making poor decisions. So that's why you're pretty much at your best in the morning. Okay, hello. This is Mom Gamers, where we talk about mom stuff. Okay, period. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about a morning routine. I want to know your morning routine. And this is my sissy. And Remy's playing. Is it Minecraft or Roblox?
Minecraft.
Minecraft. And what's the name of the game?
Space Race.
Okay. So Sissy, what is your morning routine?
Well, it depends. Monday through Fridays, I have a different morning routine, and then the weekends it's completely different. One thing I realize is being under a time constraint makes you very productive.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
Monday to Fridays, I could wake up, I can do Pilates, shower, get myself all ready, get my lunch all packed in maybe like an hour or so.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up around 5:30. So usually wake 5:30,
So good
and
about
then
waking up.
by 5:40ish or 5:45, I'll have my Pilates video going and DVD going. Then I'll do that. Then I'll come back, hop in my shower, and get ready and go pack my lunch. And then I always think that, gosh, if I had more time, I would add another workout, because maybe like after doing the Pilates, I'll tell myself if I only had more time, I could do like some sort of strength and toning video. And then I tell myself on the weekend I'll do 2 videos.
Oh, whatever.
Right? Because Monday through Fridays I'm always thinking, oh, I could do another video. I wish I could do another video. I wish I had more time. But then on the weekends, the weekends are interesting because I would get up early and I'll lie in bed and I'll think about, I should do my Pilates. I should get up. I should do this and that. Before I know it, 2 or 3 hours have passed. I'm still kind of like in bed. So I'm amazed that I'm not having the structure of work. When I don't have the structure of work, I waste a lot of time.
Well, do you think about putting structure on your weekends then?
I thought about it, but I have not been very successful.
That's weird that your mind can play with you.
Yeah, there has only been like a few times that I will actually get up early and work out and get my day going. But I would say probably 75% of the time, the morning becomes kind of like blur in terms of what gets accomplished and when I do things. And sometimes if we didn't have any place to go by 11 o'clock, I'm still in my jammies, still trying to figure out what to have for breakfast.
Do you have like leftovers, or do you go on like a special bakery food run on Saturday morning because you have the time now?
Yeah, the funny thing is, since moving back to Minnesota, and there are so many great places to eat that are within such a short drive of where we live.
Yeah.
It kind of just depends. Like in the morning, if we feel like having pancakes, then we could go, have pancakes somewhere, or if we feel like having like, steamed rice rolls, which is becoming like a popular morning, like Saturday morning food for us.
Mm-hmm.
We will call, Vinay, the store, and just order the steamed rice rolls, and my husband will pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, mornings on weekends, I guess maybe I shouldn't complain because it's really relaxing. It's very easy. It's very slow pace. The morning could also be wasted too because it's so slow paced and there's no structure.
Do you clean in the morning?
Not really. Sometimes if there's cleaning to be done, I do more in the afternoon or late afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wish I was more productive in the morning on the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on my end, morning routine, there's a couple parts to it. So I homeschool last year and prior to that, I used to homeschool, all the older my children, and we used to get up pretty late, 8 8 o'clock, and then we'll get our day started at 9 because we start at 10 when actual school starts. But anyways, my oldest is in school now, and yeah, this was like the year. This was like, oh, we have to actually use an alarm now, and we use an alarm, and I wake up. I set the alarm at 5:45, but it's on snooze, and I really get out of bed at 6:30 ish. But then the first thing I do is I really do have to. I have to get on my knees and I pray. I pray just for this day that it's another day. Let me take the most of it. Let me take advantage of it. It's like a gift, and make sure I know what to prioritize, or make sure I enjoy it. Yeah, I make sure I enjoy it. And then sometimes I might pack boomer lunch, sometimes not. But the big thing is that I have to take my oldest boomer to school and take my husband to work. So we're out the door at 7:15, and luckily both of those places are relatively close. And then I got into a new routine where on the drive back, I listened to stuff on my smartphone, like inspirational speeches or even like good songs or near-death experiences, which sounds really creepy, but I'll get that into another video. That's a hobby of mine, and that's a really cool thing. I read in a really cute little book somewhere where this lady says, "Hey, use your commute time to learn a different language." So the commute time could be like you could do something out of it,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny you said about listening to music and inspirational speeches. I recently incorporated listening to music and inspirational speeches in the morning when I'm getting ready.
On YouTube or what platform?
YouTube. I love it.
How did you get into it, and who do you listen to?
I forgot. I think I came across a Maya Angelou's speech one time.
Oh, yeah.
And I listened to it, and then other speeches came up. You know how sometimes when you search for something on YouTube and then it gives you suggestions. So before I knew it, there's just all these I don't know, we call it queue of speakers and inspirational speeches. So I just find like when I'm brushing my teeth or flossing my teeth in the morning or just getting myself ready, if I listen to one of those, it just kind of gets me all ready for the day and ready to go and conquer the day. Oh. And then of course when I'm in the shower, then I just play a music video and I listen to the song. So yeah,
I think we're using more and more of our phone, so much more now. It's on all the time.
Yeah.
So then the big thing too, my mornings are very important for me. And I realized this, especially with homeschool, and then my husband made me read an article, is that, again, I'm a big believer in this. So every person, depending on the person, but most people have a finite amount of good decisions that they can make in a day. And once after those good decisions are made, it's exhausted basically. And then after that, you start making poor decisions. So that's why you're pretty much at your best in the morning, and then at nighttime you're pretty much swamped, and you just want to watch Netflix or just sleep or lounge around because you're done making decisions, at least good decisions for the day.
Yes.
So the morning is really good. That's what I can when I get home, have breakfast, feed the kids, and I'm already planning like the day with Remy, things that we're gonna do. Really, really plan it out so that those decisions are made. But I was going to talk about, this is kind of funny, but the most important part of my morning is I have to draw in my eyebrows.
That's great.
Because I've had like a couple months ago, all my eyebrows fell off. So the backstory is that I've had thinning eyebrows for a while now. But I saw like a photo of me when I was in high school. I had really bushy eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I have really thin to non-existent eyebrows. Every morning I have to draw it in. So I have like a little makeup routine, which I never had a makeup routine growing up. I really didn't like doing makeup, but now I enjoy doing makeup. It's
Okay.
it really it consecrates, it like sets the day apart. Like this is going to be a day now because my eyebrows are drawn in. So I draw it in, and then and that takes like a good amount. It takes like up to I don't know, 5 minutes, and time is so valuable especially with young children. So I either draw it in and then put my whole face together, and then and that's a part of my routine now.
So are you pretty like good at it now? Do you sometimes have to erase and
Okay.
redraw or?
Every day I get new eyebrows. Every day
Ooh.
it's new. You don't know how the angle of your hand went, but thankfully,
You have the surprise look when your eyebrows go up and you're like surprised.
so it could be surprise, it could be angry eyebrows, it could be like concerned eyebrows. But what I learned is that it's not the drawing part that makes the eyebrow, but it's the erasing part. Because after that, you could put foundation around it to
Mhm.
really clean it up, and
Sure.
wow, that like makes a whole difference. So eyebrows and earrings make a whole difference.
That's great. It's kind of fun to be girly sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to know. I want to know you. I want to know your morning routine. Tell us. Write it down below. Is it different, or do you work third shift, or are you have a daycare where you have to be up at 4 a.m. and have daycare kids ready? Every mom has a different routine, and I want to hear from you. And again, tell a friend about us. It's a YouTube channel, Mom Gamers, specifically for moms and even for Minnesota. So if you're listening, Minnesota, if you want to travel to Minnesota, hit the subscribe button and the bell and tell a friend. And that's it. Bye. Okay, let's go to the.
That was a little bit shorter.